Welcome to Orange Picks. Today I'm going to tell you about the new content that Netflix is adding in May. There are so many great TV shows, movies, and documentaries on Netflix this month that you could spend hours trying to decide which one to watch. But pay attention, you need to watch this video until the end, because in the last 3 selections of the video, I'm going to tell you the most explosive content that Netflix added in May. If you're ready, let's start.
The man I worked for had one of the biggest companies in New York City. He didn't own his own company. White man owned it, so they owned him. Nobody owns me, though.
American Gangster is a crime drama film directed by Ridley Scott and based on a true story. The movie tells the story of the struggle between Frank Lucas, a gangster who trafficked heroin in New York City in the late 1960s and early 1970s, and Richie Roberts, an honest cop trying to catch him. American Gangster is a gripping and realistic movie that reveals the dark side of both the criminal world and the justice system.
Frank Lucas don't run from nobody. This is America.
Dawn of the Dead is a horror film directed by Zack Snyder. The movie tells the story of a group of people trying to survive in a city overrun by people turned into zombies as a result of an epidemic. Dawn of the Dead is a successful reinterpretation of one of the classics of the horror genre. It is a fast-paced film, considered one of the best zombie movies, that skillfully blends both suspense and humor to keep the audience glued to the screen. Captain Phillips is a thriller film directed by Paul Greengrass and based on a true story. The movie tells the story of Richard Phillips, the captain of the American cargo ship MV Maersk, Alabama, who was taken hostage by Somali pirates in 2009. The movie stars Tom Hanks as Richard Phillips and Barkhad Abdi as Muse, the leader of the pirates. By presenting the perspectives of both the captain and the pirates, it is a great movie that makes the audience think, empathize, and never let the tension drop.
Captain Phillips, can you hear me?
Did you hear that? Oh my God.
There's footsteps in, but there's no footsteps out.
Paranormal Activity is a found-footage horror film directed by Oren Peli. The movie tells the story of Katie and Micah, a young couple who suspect the presence of a strange force in their home. One of the most successful examples of the horror genre, the movie shows the world how to create a high-tension movie with low budget and simple tools. If you love horror and thrillers, this movie will give you everything you are looking for.
Paranormal Activity, rated R.
Please, 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 please.
Oh, we got a vehicle, Sarge!
Come on, come on.
The Yellow Birds is a war film directed by Alexander Moores and based on the novel of the same name by Kevin Powers. The movie tells the story of Bartle and Murph, 2 young American soldiers who faced the terrible events of the Iraq War. The movie manages to impress the audience with its realistic war scenes and reveals the devastating effects of war on soldiers. You should review this wonderful movie that brings a different dimension to war movies.
Salt the ground. These people will be no more.
God forbid something were to happen. I would like to hear that from you first.
A Man Called Otto is a movie based on the novel of the same name by Frederick Backman. The film centers on the life of a grumpy man who has retired. Having lost his wife and spending his days visiting her grave, Otto Anderson's only pastime is criticizing and harshly judging the neighbors he has annoyed. The life of Otto, the grumpy old man of the neighborhood, takes a completely different turn when new neighbors move in next door. I wonder how you will feel when you see Hanks, who has a special place in our hearts with his sympathy, in the role of the grumpy old man.
You think you have to do everything on your own. But guess what? No one can.
Even if the sun don't shine, well, it's alright.
There was a time long ago when women...
Queen Cleopatra centers around the life and reign of Queen Cleopatra, one of Egypt's most romantic and famous rulers. Starring and produced by Jada Pinkett Smith, Queen Cleopatra reveals the untold story of her reign, overshadowed by her romance with Mark Antony. The series introduces viewers to the power and intelligence behind Queen Cleopatra, one of history's most iconic monarchs, with expert narration. If you are curious about one of history's most mysterious monarchs, you should definitely check it out.
Queen of Kings.
Her story resonates with every woman.
Nothing really surprises me.
Hey guys, that back door is open.
But the idea that you can save someone...
Missing, Dead or Alive is a mystery series about the adventures of a group of detectives investigating the fate of missing people. The series is an impressive production revolving around a team struggling to uncover the truth behind the missing people. The intelligence of the characters and their perspectives on the events manage to impress the viewers. Although the acting will be criticized by some, I don't think it will affect the success of the series in general.
I think that's her.
Royal Teen, Princess Margrethe series plot is a youth series about the life of Margrethe, the young princess of the Danish royal family. The series shows how Margrethe balances both her royal duties and the problems of a normal teenage girl. If you want to watch something both fun and interesting, you should check out this series that reflects the inner face of the royal family, because the characters are very sympathetic and the script and music are very interesting.
Hej vänner. Hej.
If you are tired of searching for the best movie, why don't you put me to work for you? Let me do the work for you and pick the best from every genre every week. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. It's great to work for you. The Black Knight series is set in a dystopian future where pollution has become so severe that the only way to survive is through delivery services. In 2071, air pollution becomes so severe that only 1% of the population survives. There is also a rigid social class among people. Because of these problems, people who depend on package delivery services and knights who protect the parcels from thieves coexist. It is a series that you will definitely enjoy watching with its abundant action scenes and interesting plot. Dear viewers, today we talked about the new content that Netflix added in May. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel and comment. I would love to hear your opinions and suggestions. See you in the next video.